I always show you my abs like that. You know why? Is because I want to show you what I do as 54 years old, how I can stay in shape as far as not have yeast, mold, and fungus on this machine. Because you can see if you have yeast, mold, and fungus on your body very easily. All you got to do is take off your clothes and your skin is 7 layers thick. That's it. And if it's not transparent, it's because there's heavy metals, there's toxicity, there's a dryness in the body. Remember, the body becomes very dehydrated very easy. So I'm just showing you some of the things that make sense. This is going to be a short video on how to redo, replenish your kombucha, which I have a big glass every day. So here's the lineup. I'm going to show you a few things. This is how I do my kombucha here in Hawaii because we have fruit flies. So what I do is I put a big paint strainer I got from Home Depot that fits over the top of this big piece here so the fruit flies can't get in. Then I cover it with a towel and then of course put this on top. And I got this jar from Costco or Walmart. And you can see there's my mushrooms inside, and I've pretty much drank everything that, well, it smells very vinegary right now. So that's my base that's going to remake my new kombucha quicker than it was. So let me show you real quick my lineup. I put in a coconut. This is how I do it because we have coconuts very easy to get here. So I'm going to put in some coconut water because it's got some sugar in there also to feed it. I'm going to put in about 15 lychee. These are off the tree, and these are, you can use any fruit if you want to, but I like the lychee. I take the seeds out and I just pit them and put them in. I use this sugar that I get from Costco, certified organic sugar. It's like $5 for this big bag. So 10 pounds. This is bamboo. So I brew the bamboo. This is a product that we make on the farm here. And I put the bamboo and the yerba mate tea. And this is in purified water. And I'll show you the rest of the lineup here. So I'll get to the finishing touches. I put in 1 probiotic bacteria, but not in the tea. Remember, we brew the tea. I do yerba mate right here. I put in my minerals. I put in like 30 drops of magnesium concentrate. I put in the silica after. I don't put it in now while I'm brewing. I also put in about a teaspoon of turmeric and a teaspoon of brown seaweed extract. So I get my iodine, everything there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to juice some turmeric, fresh turmeric, and most people can't get it, and if they can, it's very expensive. So this is a cold processed turmeric we have at Earthshift, and you got to be very careful not to get this stuff on your countertop, get it on your clothes, because it's not coming off. You just ruined your clothes. And so when you're making this stuff, I use dark pants pretty much for everything, because turmeric in your kitchen is a disaster. It gets on everything, but it's one of the best things to clean your glands that I found. So what we do now is, so I'm going to juice this big piece of ginger, and we also have ginger powder also, which is very easy to use instead of juicing and everything. So you put a spoon of the turmeric powder in, a spoon of ginger powder, raw organic ginger powder, and I'm going to show you now what fulvic, and all these fulvics are not the same. This is fortified with boron and zinc. We also have a pH of 2 in ours. Most of the fulvic acids, you're just buying water because, you know, they got you. It's a sales pitch. So you could make like 500 bottles of ours because it's a pH of 2.2 or so. Now watch when I put this in. I'm going to put in, and you can see as soon as I drop it in there, it starts turning black. And you can see it's brown right now. I'm going to put in about 20 drops or so, and then I'm going to mix this up. Sorry, I got the phone going a little bit. It's my my camera here, one-handed. And watch when I mix this up now. Okay, this immediately changes the color and now it's dark, because what it's doing now is it's leaching out further. In about 2 or 3 minutes, this will be pretty dark. This is going to leach out further. I've already boiled the tea. I boiled the bamboo, and I'm just letting it cool down now. So before you put the sugar in, remember, watch the other video that we have on how to make kombucha. Dr. Robert Cassar make kombucha. And this is just a different style. And this is to remake your kombucha. And it takes about, 10 to 12 days or so. I like it. I like it strong. The stronger it is, the more potency that you get. And it does super clean your stomach. And it super cleans your glands. It super cleans your tissues. So you can see through my skin. Okay? Remember, I'm 54 years old. And these are the things that I do to be able to keep myself lean. And lean is clean. That's the way it is. So, and if you're not lean, that means most likely you got a lot of toxicity inside you. I lost 35 pounds. Let me show you here. When I'm finished here, I'm going to sprout. These are durian seeds, and you can see the sprouts on those. These are sprouted for about a week now, and I'm going to put those into the ground, and we're going to make some more durian. This is a durian, which is a pretty, you can see it, it's like a weaponized fruit. This thing is so sharp you can't even pick them up, but that's where the seeds came out of. These seed pods fit inside here. They're just big gonads, and you only get 30% fruit or so, but the best part of durian is the same with the oils. So I don't really have fruits. This is a creamy fruit. It's like cherimoya. I don't have that many fruits that are sugary, and if I do, I ferment them. So this is a heirloom papaya. It is not GMO. You can see it's a big mama, and I'm going to take those seeds out, and you can see, looking through the window here, you see the papayas I have right there? Okay, that one papaya tree right there, and you can see another one growing right here. Okay, these papaya trees, they grow fast, and so I'll have probably 500 seeds out of this papaya. I'll dry them up, just like I'm doing with the durian. Let me just pick one of these up real quick here so you can see. Look at how beautiful. Remember, never throw your seeds out. That's blasphemy. The only reason why we go to work is to pay for power and pay for food. Okay, look at, these are all the avocados that I'm going to plant right now, and I'm just going to, I'll do a short video on how to do that, but each one of these are beautiful seeds, and they're going to make me, in about 3 years, they're going to make me hundreds of avocados. Okay, so that's it for the remaking of the kombucha. So what we'll do is, this is going to cool down. We'll strain out the tea and the bamboo, and I do not put the tea in until the tea is like very, very cool, like lukewarm. That's it, because you don't want to go ahead and disturb the mushroom. And I had ants in my sugar because I left it in the cabinet there. So what you do is, if you do, don't throw your sugar out. Just put some water in, mix it around, and I just take a strainer and I strained out the ants. There was only like about 50 in there. And then, of course, so I don't get any more ants, I just put it in the freezer. So it's the best thing for you to do, is just keep your sugar, different things like that if you've got an ant problem. Ants find sugar, they just do. So that's it. Okay, this is a very simple recipe. Kombucha with everything in it that's going to make your body love this stuff. In the beginning, I give people a glass of kombucha, and they're sitting on the bloody toilet for a whole day. It's because that's how toxic they are. I drink a big glass every day, okay? And this is one of my staples. You want to stay healthy? Then this is full of enzymes. It's full of the good things. And you can buy that stuff at the store. The stuff at the store is weak. They won't even let you sell it if it's got over a certain small percentage of alcohol, okay? Because the system is what it is. So I make my own. You can buy a lot of things, but the best thing is just to make it yourself. Here's my steam distilled water. You can see how it's making it. one drop at a time. Okay, and this takes about 3.5 hours to make a gallon here. And I'm going to open this up, and you can see what it looks like inside. I put in tap water here. You can see it bubbling like crazy in there. And this machine is essential to have clean water. So you want clean water, then you, again, make it yourself. You don't buy it. You can do RO, but there's nothing better than steam distilled, because that's as pure as rainwater that hasn't been, well, perverted by smog, by 20 million tons of tires that are flying around in the air just from the United States, and all the smokestacks and coal and cement plants and everything that basically just goes up in the air. So if you have fluoride in your water or you have any toxicity, the steam distilled is pure water. And so then I'll add minerals to it, or I'll drink it straight, because this leaches out the not good minerals. It leaches out the what I call the inorganic poisons that sit in your system. So okay, that's it. And if you have any questions, please go ahead and on the video. This is one of our orchids right here. You can see how beautiful this orchid is growing. And if you have any questions, then just, I'll try to answer as many as I can, but go ahead and give me a question in the video response. Okay? Well, aloha, and it's Sunday, and this is what I do on Sundays, is catch up. I did my laundry this morning. I went ahead and cleaned my whole body with alcohol, my solution, alcohol skin cleaning. Look up the recipes. Go to earthshiftproducts.com. Remember, we're wholesale. We give you free shipping. Everything we have, on that website is essential stuff. Have you had your iodine today? I'm going to put the telly right here, and I'm going to show you. This is iodine that I put on my wrist right here. And this is going to transdermally go inside me, and I do this 3 times a week. And you rub it together. And I put a little squirt of magnesium on. That's it. Because that drives it in even better. It makes it warm too. And my wrists are a little bit orange right now, and in about maybe an hour and a half or so, all the orange is gone, and this is going to feed my thyroid. It is essential to have iodine in your system. That's why I put the brown seaweed extract in. This is why I have sea lettuce. I have dulse. I use one of my favorites here is triple blend seaweed. I put this on everything that is salads to anything that I want to. I love the flavor, and it's actually salty, so you don't add any salt or anything because it's got a salt to it. Okay, there we go. 13333. It's time to go. Aloha, and we'll see you next time. This is an addendum to finishing the film, so I'm just going to go over just a couple of quick things that you may have some questions on that I didn't really touch on. So you can see that I just went ahead and took out the tea, and it's dark. The fulvic makes it so it's very dark. You put in the sugar. I put in about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of sugar for a large bowl like this. And I try to fill this thing up because I drink a lot of kombucha. So I put in 2 tablespoons of the living silica right now, and also I put in the 1 or 2 probiotics because I like to increase the amount of probiotics. It's changing the kombucha fermentation a little bit because it's adding different bacteria to it, but it works beautifully. I'd like to mix it all up. I'm going to add also the ginger and the turmeric right now. I don't put that in the tea. I just mix it in right now. Once I put all the liquid inside, the cooled down liquid, remember, I put it in here, and then I'll put in the fruit, and I'll add the coconut water, The reason being why, because I never really mentioned it, the reason why I use the bamboo is because I will try to get enough silica in my system. Bamboo has more silica than any other plant in the world. And we have a bamboo farm here on the farm. We have 5 acres of edible bamboo. And this is a product that we sell on Earthshift also. It's not really assimilable until you boil it. So the best thing is to boil it and also put in about 10 to 15 drops of fulvic acid in. And that really helps leach out the silica. Now, like I said, you use about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of sugar on a large bowl this big. Only use glass. Never use metal when you're doing kombucha. I use bamboo or wooden spoons. I don't use any metal spoons or anything. I use ceramic knives. I just stay away from the nickel. Remember, nickel is in what you call silverware. It's not silver anymore, it's nickelware. And nickel, when you touch acid and you touch tomato sauce, pineapple, anything that's acidic, you start getting nickel poisoning. Okay? Nickel is super toxic to your glands. And you can see I strained out the yerba mate and the bamboo. And that's an easy, simple way. I mean, you'd have to be able to I get about 30 glasses of kombucha out of here, small ones, or about maybe 20 about this size. And shoot, every time you get, you go to the health food store, it costs you $3, $4, $5 for a kombucha, and those are weak. Now, the way you get the, instead of making a mess, what I do is I put the sugar in here. I make sure that it's all been melted and just let it sit in just for 15 minutes or so. And then I'll put it in this way, because if not, you just start making a mess. And I'll just pour it in until I get it down to a certain layer, and then I'll use the bowl and pour it in. But right now, we're just being as so I don't have anybody cleaning up after me, so you get smart after a while on how to not make a mess. And I clean up as I go. And you can see how I've got 2 kombuchas going all the time. And you can see this one's filling up pretty good. And I got another one right here. You can see that. And here's some fermenting veggies that we got going. I got fermented veggies right there with real pickles in there. Pickles, they're Japanese cucumbers, and those things taste so good, and they don't take anything more than about 4 or 5 days to make, instead of spending $5 for a jar of pickles that are full of garlic. No white onions, no garlic, and no green onions, and you won't smell anymore. So I notice a lot of people that are sort of the spiritual crowd really smell. It's because you think garlic's good for you. It dysfunctions and desynchronizes the brain. If you don't think so, I've done these tests over and over again. EEG, electroencephalogram on the temples. You take garlic out of your diet for a month. Put a piece of garlic in your shoe, and your brain hemispheres, left and right, will totally dysfunction, what I call desynchronization. So garlic has sulfone hydroxylion, white onions, green onions. What do you smell? What do you smell on people? You're smelling the poisons that come out of the glands, the lymph glands, and don't hold that stuff in. And use the, I cleaned my body this morning with the alcohol recipe. Use the acid 1 week. Next week, use the alkaline. And then when you're done, of course, coconut oil, silica, magnesium, rub it in really good, and go lay out in the sun nude. I already did this morning. And get a spray bottle and fill it halfway up with the alcohol solution. Use the alkaline one, because the fulvic will smell a little metally because it's detoxing. But you can do that one too. Put in maybe 1 drop or 2 drops of peppermint or clove and then fill the rest of the bottle up with silica. Now, shake that up, and every time you smell, bring a little towel with you, you know, like a dish towel, and anytime you have a smell of this BO, body odor, stench, okay, coming out of you, wipe it off. Then put some coconut oil, bring a little thing of coconut oil with you, put some coconut oil on with some magnesium. And the best underarm deodorant is clove. Clove, peppermint, they eat up this bacteria. And if you got a bunch of hair under your arms, shave a lot of it off. I don't have that much hair under my arms, as you can see. I don't have that plague. But, you know, the hairs on your head, the hairs under your arms, the hairs on your groin, those are there to detox. It's a detoxification organ. And that's one of the things, that's why I like to put a lot of silica in everything, is because my hair grows like crazy. Watch the Dr. Robert Cassar video on side effects of silica so you can understand how this works. My fingernails I have to trim every week. They get huge. I have to get a haircut every 3 weeks versus every 6 weeks. So the more silica you have in your system, okay, to a certain extent, it has to be plant silica, it has to be absorbable silica. This crystal silica too, but you can swallow it and it's going to come out the same way, maybe a little cleaner. It's going to come out right out the back end there because it will not break down. So you have to get a broken down form of silica. Okay, that's enough. That's my second little part of the kombucha making, and with a little bit of side lecture along. Okay, aloha, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Important reminder. All information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.